Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about top 5 luxury travel bags that you can take away with you on your holiday. As you guys know, I am traveling to Europe very soon and my bestie Saha's also going to be in Europe at the same time. So we're actually got to talking about what bags will be really appropriate for us to take that we can take sightseeing on day tours and at the same time, look really cute and stylish so we can get really nice photos. And because we're both into luxury bags, we didn't want to take things that we're going to worry about damaging or losing, but we still wanted to take our luxury bags. So these are the 5 that we agreed on would make the best travel bags. So I'm not actually talking about carry-on bags or big luggage bags, but I'm talking more about travel bags that you can actually carry around on your day tours and sightseeing, and these bags can transition really well into the evening as well. So when it comes to travel bags, I look at 6 different factors, and these 6 factors are versatility, how lightweight it is, security, how understated it is, durability, and how stylish it is. So based on these 6 factors, I'm going to be rating these 5 bags, which will be fun. Your main priority will be all different. So your priority may be durability, while someone else's priority would be versatility. So I thought it might be fun to rate these bags on these 6 different factors. So I hope you find this video helpful, and let's get started. The first bag I'm going to talk about is of course my Loewe puzzle bag in the size small, in the tan color, in this smooth leather. I actually bought this April just before my Korea trip, and I actually purchased this bag thinking it would make a really good travel bag. And of course you can use any of these bags for your day-to-day lives as well. They don't just have to be a travel bag. Of course, these bags are not cheap, so of course you want to use them all the time, but they also make great travel bags. So in terms of versatility, I guess this bag is probably the least versatile of all of the bags that I'm going to talk about today, because I do think that it is a more casual bag, so it wouldn't dress up as well in the evening. But then again, depending on your style, you can detach the shoulder strap and make it a handheld bag only without the strap dangling. Then that could potentially make a more dressy bag, but with the color and everything considered, I just don't think it is the most versatile. So I'm going to score this 5 out of 10 on versatility. But the reason I wanted to talk about this bag first is because this is still my favorite travel bag, because versatility of course is important, but it just ticks all of the other boxes really well. And I usually take a couple of bags on my holiday, so I'd take a day bag and an evening bag, and that's probably why I don't mind this bag being not so versatile. But in general, I don't want to take more than about 2 bags. So going through the list, this bag is really lightweight. I'm not going to go through how many grams these bags weigh because they don't really give you a good perspective in my opinion. I'm just going to explain how I feel when I'm holding the bag, and I think the feel of the bag in terms of weight is probably more relevant. So this bag feels very comfortable. It feels very lightweight, so I can carry this all day with no trouble at all. Depending on how much you pack in it, of course it can get heavy, but the bag itself I'd rate 8 out of 10 for how lightweight it is. In terms of security, this bag is very secure. So any zippered closure bag in my opinion is very secure, but this bag I would rate 9 out of 10 because it does have a crossbody strap, so you can wear a crossbody in front and keep the bag in front of you at all times to prevent pickpocketers and things like that. And also with the zip closure, it's not just a zip closure, but it does also have a little cover, almost like a lip over it, and you can actually hide the zipper right under it, so it's not just hanging for someone to be easily able to grab the zipper pull. So on security, I rate this bag quite highly. And talking about how understated it is, the reason why this is a factor is because you don't really want your travel bag to scream logos and designers, because depending on where you're traveling, some places have a lot of pickpocketers and thieves, and you just don't want to draw that sort of attention to yourself. So I tend not to carry Louis Vuitton monogram bags or big Chanel bags or anything like that. So in terms of how understated it is, I'd say it is 8 out of 10 because not a lot of people will be familiar with this design unless they're into luxury bags. The only branding the bag has is that little stamp on the corner there, and it doesn't actually say Loewe, so it is still very understated. On durability, I haven't had this bag very long, but I'd rate this 6 out of 10 only because it does have the smooth leather and it is a less of a structured bag, so it is a more sort of squishy bag. So over time the bag can slouch and the leather I think can mark up. I haven't had any issues so far, but I'd say it is not the most durable bag, but I actually don't mind when my bags start looking a little bit more worn, especially on a less structured bag like this. this, so that's not a major issue for me. But on durability, some of the other bags that I show you today will probably score much higher than this particular one. And lastly, on how stylish it is, I think it scores 8 out of 10 because it is such an interesting design. It does look so different and I absolutely love the design, but that is very subjective. So you just need to pick a bag that appeals to your eye. The next bag I'm going to talk about is this Senreve Aria belt bag. To be completely honest with you, this bag has been kindly gifted to me from the Senreve team. But as you guys know, I'm very picky when it comes to brand collaborations or receiving free products from different brands. I only accept offers when I truly believe in their products. And the reason why I was more than happy to try out their bags is because I was already quite familiar with their products from seeing the bags on my favorite YouTubers, and they all absolutely love Senreve's bag quality. All of their bags are made from Italian leather and produced in Tuscany in Italy, and Senreve bags are actually produced in the same places that some of the premium designer bags are produced, and these are the brands that make bags that we absolutely love. I won't name names, but if you check out their website, it'll have a description of their factories and everything. And all of their leather bags are designed to be scratch resistant, stain resistant and water resistant, which is why I thought when they reached out to me, I want to get some travel bags that I can try out, because durability is always very important when it comes to travel bags. So all of Senreve's bag designs are very versatile. All of their bags can be worn in several different ways, which I'll show you with this particular bag in a minute. And like I said, leather quality is just amazing. I'm gonna insert a close-up of the leather, but if you just see the leather in person, you'll be very impressed even if you do only buy designer bags. And all of the bags have an amazing micro suede lining, which you guys know I absolutely love luxurious plush interior lining. So that also adds to how luxurious these bags feel. So going back to my list of things that I consider when I look for a travel bag, first thing was versatility. That's right. Versatility wise, this Aria belt bag is perfect. I would actually rate this 10 out of 10, not because it was sent to me, but out of my top 5 picks, I think this bag can be worn in the most different ways. It can be dressed down so easily, and it can be dressed up really easily as well, because it can convert into a clutch. So it can be worn as a belt bag around your waist, which I absolutely love that idea, because when you're traveling, you want everything to be secure, and there is nothing more secure than looping the belt around your belt loops of your pants or skirt. And yeah, if someone wanted to steal your bag, they have to steal you with the bag, which is just not gonna happen. And this bag can also be worn as a crossbody bag, a shoulder bag, and as a sling on your chest like that. And the belt strap is actually removable, so when you remove it, it also becomes a clutch, so it becomes very evening appropriate. And speaking of dressing this bag up, you can use it as a handheld clutch, but also I'm going to try out something different. So I'm going to see if I can tie my Hermes Twilly around it and use it as a mini little handheld bag. So let me just try that. I think it'll be really cute. So I've just opened the bag up, and I'm just going to tuck this Twilly under the flap of the bag, and I'm just gonna close the bag. So you've got the two ends here, and I'm just going to tie these two ends up into a little ribbon. Here we go. I've just tied it up into a little ribbon, and it becomes such a cute little top handle bag. How cute is that? Even if I'm just going to use it as a handheld clutch, it just adds a little bit of a character to the bag and a little bit more detail. And you know, whenever you're carrying a handheld clutch, sometimes you do want the convenience of having a handle. So that acts as a little handle as well. So versatility, I rate this 10 out of 10. In terms of its weight, it is pretty light because it is a pretty small bag. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a small bag. Security wise, I think it is really secure. Like I said, when you wear it as a belt bag, it is really hard for someone to steal it. It stays so close to your body. And also, I find the opening really interesting. So if you have a look, your initial instinct will be open it like this, but actually you have to unbutton the top bit here. So there's a magnetic button there. So you need to do that and then pull this bit. and that's how you get into the bag. So I think security wise it is 10 out of 10 as well. And if you have a look on the inside, there are a couple of card slots, and it also has a zipper compartment there, and I actually tried to fit my passport in there and it fits perfectly. It is so important to always keep your passport secure, so I plan to put my passport in there and keep it zipped at all times unless I need to take it out, of course. And it does fit all your necessities as well, and it does have this front compartment as well. I absolutely love the layout of this bag as well. And in terms of how understated it is very understated. I mean, it doesn't have a loud branding anywhere. It's just a really nice design, and it does look like a luxurious bag, but it doesn't scream logos and draw attention to yourself. So 10 out of 10 for how understated it is, obviously. Moving on to durability, I haven't used this bag much. I've only taken it out a couple of times now, so I can't tell you for 100% from my own experience, but these leathers I know are designed to be resistant to stains, water, and scratches, and I can already tell because I just cannot make a scratch even if I run my long fingernails on the leather. So I think it will stay really durable, and considering it is a light color, it'll be interesting to see how well it goes. But yeah, I think it will go really well. And on style, personally, I absolutely love the style of this bag. I think it really suits my style. I absolutely love how dressy it looks when you take the strap off, but when you put the strap in, it becomes a really cute belt bag. So style, I have to say 9 out of 10 only because it is a very personal thing. It's very subjective. So if you love this sort of a look, you'll love it. But if you don't, I mean, you know, that's your personal preference. If you guys do want to check this bag out, I'm gonna leave a link to it down below in the description section. This particular color is called Pebbled Ice, but there are over 20 colors that you can choose from. Also, if you're not from the US like me, I live in Sydney, Australia. Senreve offers free international shipping and also covers duties for most countries. And although this bag was sent to me, now I'm thinking I do want to try out another color. There's this beautiful deep burgundy color that I do want to try out. I'll keep you guys posted, but yeah, super impressed with their quality and versatility. And before I move on to the next one, I just also wanted to mention the mini Maestra bag from Senreve as well. So I picked out these two bags to try out because I know that the Maestra bag style is one of their best-selling designs. So I wanted to try the mini size because I thought it will make such a perfect travel bag. I've done a bit of a shopping to buy some clothes for my upcoming trip, and I just thought this bag would go with so many different outfits. I mean, look how cute it goes with my polka dot jumpsuit at the moment. I think it is so cute. And I just wanted to quickly mention this bag because if you do want your travel bag to fit a little bit more, I think this is a great option because obviously the interior of this bag is much more generous. So if you open this up, and again, security is very good because it's got a flap and a zipper, this one. And the interior is really generous. It does have a lot of compartments. So there's a compartment for a mini iPad. There are a few pockets and a zippered compartment at the front there as well. If you want to always carry around a water bottle or something, I just thought this will be a great option. So I just wanted to mention this one because I'm definitely taking both the belt bag and this one on my Europe trip. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is because I'm going to Europe and everyone, again, you know, warns you about the pickpocketers, I think this clip is such a good feature in this bag. So I'm intending on connecting a pouch to this clip, and inside of the pouch I'm gonna have all my valuables such as passport, money, and my phone and everything. So there's added layer of security there. I just think, you know, if someone actually managed to get into this bag and try to steal something, at least it'll be connected. So aside from security, I think this is a really good feature because if you do have keys or anything that you always have to look for in your bag, it is always handy to attach it to a hook that you can always easily find. And the other great thing about the Maestra bags is that they do convert into a backpack, so you can use it as a handheld bag. You can also use it as a shoulder bag. You can also use it as a crossbody bag because the strap is adjustable in length, but also when you pull the straps down like this on both sides, it becomes such a cute little backpack. So I'm gonna show you how all of that looks like on me. Absolutely love the versatility. So if you do require a slightly bigger travel bag, then I do recommend checking this one out. It also comes in so many different colors. The next bag I'm gonna talk about is the Gucci SOHO Disco bag. Mine's in the color rose beige, and I've had this for about 2 years now, and I absolutely love the color of this bag. So I'm gonna go through the 6 things again. In terms of versatility, I'd rate this about 7 out of 10. Again, Again, like the puzzle bag, I think it is slightly more on the casual side, but because it is small enough, I think it is totally acceptable to transition into evening with a more dressy attire. In terms of weight of the bag, it is a very lightweight bag, and being a shoulder or crossbody bag, it is so easy to carry. I never felt like this bag got heavy at all, even after carrying it for the whole day. So very good lightweight bag, and because the interior lining is in that linen-y fabric material as opposed to leather lining, it doesn't add any weight to the bag, which is great. I normally like my leather lining, but I do recognize that the fabric lining bags are much lighter in weight. In terms of how understated it is, it can go both ways. If you don't want it to be understated, you can wear it front on, but if you do want this bag to be understated when you're traveling, you can wear it the other way. So I'd rate this 9 out of 10 because it does have big branding, but you do have an excellent option of hiding that logo. So if you don't want to advertise that you are carrying a designer bag, you can always wear it this way. Durability wise, I'd rate this really high. I'd rate this 9 out of 10, and it's not 10 out of 10 only because it is a squishy, slouchy bag that it can lose a bit of structure. So I've seen in reviews of people that have had this bag for much longer, this bag can lose its structure a bit. That hasn't happened to mine yet because I usually keep this bag stuffed when in storage. But in terms of the leather and color transfer, this bag has held up so well. Considering I've used this consistently over the last 2 years, I cannot see any scratching, I cannot see any corner wear at all, and I cannot see any color transfer either. And I definitely have carried this bag with darker denim jeans and all. So overall, it has great durability. And again, I may be a bit biased because I did end up buying this bag, but I think it is such a stylish little bag with the tassel, with the light gold hardware, and just the color. I'd say this bag is 9 out of 10 for how stylish it is. But if you don't like camera bags, obviously that score will be much lower. But for me, I love the look of this bag. The next bag I'm going to talk about is the Chanel mini flap bag. This may come as a surprise because a lot of you might think that this bag is a little bit precious to take around on your holiday, but I absolutely love this bag as my travel bag. On versatility, it rates 10 out of 10 personally for me because it transitions from day to night so perfectly. During the day, you just wear it with some sneakers or even flip-flops and just have it as a shoulder bag or wear it as a crossbody bag, and it looks really casual, especially with the combination I've got. It's got the silver chevron pattern, which I do like the chevron quilting a little bit more than the quilted on square minis because the proportions look a little bit better in my opinion, and because of the silver hardware, and also the caviar leather does give it a little bit more of a casual vibe. But in the evening, you can dress this bag up so easily. When you dress up and wear this bag, it looks so classic and it dresses up beautifully as well. So on versatility, day to night transition, it is 10 out of 10. In terms of its weight, I wouldn't say it is super lightweight considering how small this bag is. It is a tiny bag, but it is not super light. But because it is so small, I mean, how heavy could it be? It's not really heavy, but for the size, I wouldn't say it's really light. So I would rate it 7 out of 10 for weight because it is light enough to carry around, but you may expect such a small bag to be even lighter. In terms of security, I would rate it 8 out of 10 because you do have to get through the turn lock to get into the bag. So I'd say it is a pretty secure bag. It's not open by any means, but if someone wanted to get into it, of course they can. And also you can just wear it as a crossbody, which is pretty secure, and make sure the bag stays in front of your body at all times, and that makes the bag pretty secure. Now it doesn't score very well on the scale of how understated it is because it does have a Chanel logo and it is a very typical aesthetics of a Chanel bag, so everyone can tell that it is a Chanel bag. So I'd say it is 5 out of 10. I wouldn't rate it any lower because I do believe that it is still more subtle than a monogram Louis Vuitton bag or something that has logos all over. So by no means it is a loud bag, but it does have a very definite logo and a very definite aesthetics of an expensive Chanel bag. Durability wise, this particular bag in this caviar leather, I would rate it 10 out of 10, especially in the black color. It is so dark you never have to worry about color transfer. This caviar leather from this particular season is so sturdy. I've had this for about 3 years and I don't see any wear at all, Corners are so clean. The quilting on the back is perfectly puffy. I am so impressed with how well this is wearing because I use this bag so much, and this bag came with me to New York. It also came with me to Hong Kong, I think, and Korea. Yeah, this bag has traveled with me to a few places and I've used it a ton and it's wearing so well. So 10 out of 10. And lastly, on the scale of how stylish it is, I'm a huge fan of Chanel aesthetics. So for me, it is 10 out of 10. I absolutely love the look of this bag, but again, that's personal, so the score would be up to you. Then my fifth pick is the Louis Vuitton ALMA bag in the BB size, and specifically in the EPI leather. I picked the BB size because it is small enough to carry around, and considering it is a mini bag, it does fit quite a bit. It fits more than the Chanel mini bag, and it fits more than the Gucci SOHO disco bag and the Aria belt bag that I showed you, so it does have very good capacity. On versatility, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 because it can be a very good casual bag. It does come with a shoulder strap that you can attach onto the handles. So when you attach the shoulder strap and wear it as a crossbody or shoulder bag, it is a really nice casual bag. But in the evening, if you want to just carry it as a handheld bag, it looks so classy and it looks so dressy. So on versatility, this bag is very high up. And on the question of the weight, I'd say this bag is a little bit heavier than some of the other bags that I featured. So I'd give this a score of 6 out of 10. But because it is small, again, light enough to carry around. Now, security, I'll give this a 10 out of 10. And the reason is you can wear it as a crossbody, like I said again, which is the most secure way of wearing any of these bags, and have it in front of you. And it does have a very sturdy zip closure. And it also has a lock, like a lot of Louis Vuitton bags have the lock. And if you're really worried about the security, you can actually lock the bag completely up and you won't be able to open the zippers up when the bag is locked. And the key is inside of this key clochette, but it will always be covered. So I'd say security-wise, there is an option of making this bag super, super, super secure. Personally, I've never done the lock up because I often have to get into the bag to grab things. But if you wanted to, the option is there. And how understated is this bag? I think it is very understated. People who know the Louis Vuitton leathers would know that this is a Louis Vuitton bag, but for people that aren't really into luxury bags, they won't actually recognize this as a Louis Vuitton signature leather. They'll just think it is a nice leather bag. It only has a small logo on the side there, embossed into the leather, but other than that, it is a very, very subtle bag. So I'd rate this 9 out of 10 on how understated it is. On the durability scale, I would rate this 10 out of 10. EPI leather is so durable. I did a whole video on top 5 most durable designer bags last week, but I've had this bag for a few years as well and I don't see any wear and tear at all. And this bag has the added bonus of having metal feet on the bottom, so when you put the bag down on the floor anywhere, the leather will be protected from whatever's on the floor. So a very good durable bag. And on style, I would rate this 8 out of 10. I love the look of the bag, but sometimes when you wear it as a crossbody or as a shoulder bag, it does look a little bit rigid. It doesn't conform to your body, but the sides stick out a little bit. So if you're not a huge fan of that look, you may not really like the look of this particular bag worn as a crossbody or a shoulder bag. But overall, I do love the look of this bag. So these are my favorite luxury travel bags. Let me know what your favorite travel bag is in the comments below. I also have a couple of other travel related videos, so I'll leave them up here and one up here as well. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending some of your precious time with me today, and I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys!